Chef, if I have to admit, I was too nervous cooking alongside you.
I didn't want to use tweezers to scare you.
Okay, I hope I don't make a mess of this.
When you're gonna hear me say that I'm making a dish.
Oh God, पसीने छूट रहे. जब मम्मी ने कहा था बियांका खाना बनाना सीख ले, I should have listened to her because today I'm going to be put for a final test on our show, Home Chef versus Pro Chef. I am going to be cooking alongside India's popular Michelin Star Chef, cookbook writer, restaurateur, filmmaker, and the list goes on. खाने का जायका इनसे बेहतर शायद ही कोई जानता हो. Joining us directly from NYC, Chef Vikas Khanna.
Thank you, Bianca. This means a lot, and you're going to be cooking with me.
So guys, chef ने मुझे कुछ ingredients की list दी थी beforehand, and I have no idea what we're going to be preparing.
Okay, we are doing an asparagus and spinach soup. Sounds simple?
Wow, it does sound easy, but I don't want to sound too overconfident, chef. So let's see what the final outcome looks like, and till then we can start with the first step.
So first things first, as a process, we're going to boil some water, which we're boiling here. I'm going to add salt. This is about 3 cups of water, and this is about 1 tablespoon of salt. So we're gonna heat this up, and here I have asparagus.
So chef, is there any pro tip how I can chop the asparagus?
You got to remember, you got to trim off the little tough parts because they become very fibrous for the soup. So we're gonna just trim it up, just the ends, just like this, and this goes in the water. So here I have ice water, very, very cold. So what we're going to do is we're going to shock these vegetables one by one. And it is very important to do that because that is going to stop the cooking process. It's very steamy right now, just like this. You put them in cold water, the cooking process stops. This is very important. This is also a good shock for these vegetables because they don't continue to cook.
Oh, okay. So this is definitely something new that I am learning for sure.
Once it gets a good shock like this, I'm gonna let it stay here for at least 2 to 3 minutes.
And what do we do with the spinach now, chef?
This is about 32 ounces of spinach. And remember, spinach cooks very fast. So you have to be very focused and don't try to do anything else. And leave your phone behind when you're doing this recipe.
Definitely, chef. That's so true.
Spinach just needs a very quick dip in the hot water. That's it. And we take it out just like this, and it goes right here. Now this is very important process of this soup if you want your spinach and asparagus soup to be very vibrant and very fresh looking.
So I've got my spinach out and I have my spinach and asparagus both in the cold water. What is the next step, chef?
Now we're going to remove these 2 ingredients from our cold ice bath and transfer them to a blender.
Oh my God, the water is so cold.
Very little water. Just remember, very little water will go in the blender with the vegetables.
We're adding in some water as well. Yeah.
I'm adding coconut cream to this. About half cup coconut cream. Here you go. And I also like the flavor of garlic. And to that, this is optional. If you want to skip garlic, you can. Just lightly crush it, peel it. Just 1 clove garlic. I'm going to blend this. You don't need to add any extra liquid. Just this half cup of coconut cream is enough. If you want, you can also add heavy cream. Or you can also choose any kind of other almond milk or anything for this recipe. This is going to get blended and we're going to use it for plating.
Wow, the texture and color looks so beautiful. You were absolutely right, chef. Chef, my asparagus and spinach post-blended soup is ready. Chef, I have personally followed your journey and it's absolutely inspiring, and it's something that the world will be able to see as well now in your film Buried Seeds, which is premiering for the first time on National Geographic. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So the idea of the film came with Andres Saverny. He's a very well-known and very respected filmmaker from US. He's originally from Russia. He does things which are very abstract, so which I absolutely love. We went to Manipal, Udupi, he was traveling all over, and then we went to my hometown in Amritsar, and that is where he figured out that the story lies back home in Amritsar. I'm proud that he's the person who got the story out in the most human way. You see my pan is hot here again. And here I'm making a nice infusion. I'm going to have it a little hot, and to that I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of neutral oil. I'm using vegetable oil. And from my beautiful spice box, I'm going to be inspired by Bengali cuisine and add cumin, fennel, and mustard. With a very little star anise. That's it. You need to heat the oil, that's it. You can see the mustard seeds dancing, and that's all. So I'm going to transfer this to a little dish here, right here. My next step is we're using our beautiful turmeric from India, and peel it. You can see the vibrant color, right? I'm going to add a little bit of salt to our infused oil, and then add our beautiful turmeric just like this.
Is there a specific reason why you are using turmeric?
The idea came for this garnish from a Gujarati pickle where they make pickles out of fresh turmeric. So that is where the idea came from.
Well, I'm a Gujarati and I think my mother will be absolutely delighted to know that I'm making this dish today.
So we've already pre-blended the soup, which goes right here.
Okay, so I'm going to add the soup in the bowl too now. Okay, I hope I don't make a mess of this. Chef, I'm not an expert at plating like you, so I'm just going to try my best.
I didn't want to use tweezers to scare you. So I'm just trying to tell you that, this is just for myself and you're doing it for you. So we can actually use the liberty of using God's tweezers, which are our fingers, to do this.
That's so kind of you, Chef. Thank you. So, Chef, is there any dish that you cook and love to eat regularly as well?
I'm very fond of khichdis with a lot of lentils, less rice.
Chef, if I have to admit, I was too nervous cooking alongside you, but I think I'm a little okay now.
So, when I was thinking that I'm going to be cooking along with you, so I didn't want to use the fancy kitchen equipment and everything. And now you see that, boom. Here we have sour cream or creme fraiche. You can use anything. I have sour cream, or you can even use hung yogurt for this recipe for the garnish. And right on top, you're going to do. Okay, now tell me, Bianca. I need to see your dish.
This is how my dish looks like.
Now you can tell with the colors why I chose this soup on August 15th.
So, how do you think I have fared?
You're doing a great job. You cannot follow recipes. You have to follow an inspiration which comes from the recipe. So the beauty of food is it is an art. So everybody has their own version of art. This is not a mathematics question where everybody has to get the same answer, right?
Well, thank you so much, Chef. That's really sweet. And what I love the most about this dish is the beautiful representation of the Indian flag on one plate. And before I let you go now, would you like to give any message or tip to the budding chefs who are trying to make it big in the culinary industry?
So my message is for all the artists out there, all the people who are dreamers out there. There will be so many people who will be around you who just want you to fail. You've got to find your gravity and your moral compass, and focus on those people who actually want you to lift you up. So there'll be a lot of people who are going to come and bury you. You remember one thing, that it's the buried seed which creates life on this planet.
Well, thank you so much, Chef. It was indeed a pleasure cooking alongside you, and all the very best for your film Buried Seeds.
Thank you.
And lastly, a very happy Independence Day to everybody. Thank you so much.